Anybody want to buy a truck? I will sell it to you, and I'm not even making that up. One, because it's been frustrating me lately. I know that's not the best sales tactic, but honesty is the best policy. That cross member cracked. I spent a whole day pulling it out of there, welding it all up, putting it all back in, because you know that's a back order cross member. So it's all welded. I've been running. It's been holding up just fine. Then now I just spent all evening getting this truck and trailer hooked up, ready to go haul a dozer in the morning. Pulled the fourth axle off of this trailer. As you can see, it's sitting back there. That went very smooth and good, actually. Yeah, it took me about 5 minutes to pull the thing off. I was very happy with how easily that axle came off of there. All you do, 4 bolts right here. Undo those. Well, first disconnect air and electric lines, and this is your air suspension line. Just disconnect all those right there, flip them up, undo those 4 bolts, and then with this trailer, what made it really easy is since it's got a self-contained engine, I didn't have the truck hooked to it. I just fired it up and I was able to lower the front up and down to kick the back up and down to get these pins loose where there's some pressure on them. You just pop the 2 pins out, done. Grab the backhoe and just drug the axle back off of it, when in reality I could also just pull the trailer forward. Either way, but it took like 5 minutes. I was so happy with how easy that came apart, because we got to go haul a dozer, as I said, and now we are a 3-axle 48-foot trailer. Got everything set up, got the truck all checked out, good to go. Doing my little pre-trip inspection here, and I spot that is not good. My flex pipe broke right there. Now the stacks are mounted to the cab, obviously. The exhaust is mounted to the truck. And the reason this is flex pipe is because as the air suspension of the cab goes up and down, that has to move. And it only moves so many times before it cracks and breaks. And I don't think it's been like it that long, because none of this is all like burned and charred from it. And there wouldn't be black soot, you know, because it's got freaking filter and all the stuff here. But you would still see some pretty good heat marks on all of this, because if this goes into a regen, well, that's open right there. You got 1,000–1,200 degree air coming out of there. So that's technically an out of service. Another out of service on this truck. This side looks fine, but if we're gonna replace that side, I should replace them both at the same time. So yeah, as I said, this was all set up to go to work tomorrow, but instead I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to unhook the other truck from the Zacklift and hook it up to my sliding axle trailer, because the dozer, it's a little dozer, I can haul it on the sliding axle, and we're just going to use the Zacklift truck and the sliding axle to haul it instead of this, until we get some new flex pipe to throw in there. Oh, and one thing that might be a problem is I have never hooked the Zacklift truck to the sliding axle to make sure the hydraulics of that truck run this trailer. So we got to do that still, and hopefully that all works out. If not, we can put that truck back in front of this trailer and put that truck under that trailer. I hope I don't have to do that much switching around, but we'll see how it goes. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. This one still has check engine light on from when it threw its little emissions fit on me the other day and stuck me at the auction for an hour and a half. Stuck in regen and every light on the dash on. So hopefully it just hasn't cleared its light out yet and everything is good. Yeah, both of these trucks, both of them, have not been friendly to me lately. And they really got me tempted to go buy a pre-emissions truck and just end all this emissions truck nonsense, because I don't need it. So my life would be a lot simpler if I didn't have full emissions trucks in it. I got the Zacklift unhooked. We've got the white truck hooked to this trailer here. For those that don't know, if you're newer here, yes, this whole wrecker body is detachable. 10 minutes and this all comes off. I'll put a link at the end of this video to the video of how we do that. You see it's got landing gear at the front. It runs its own outriggers down here at the back. Got a kingpin up in the bottom of it. It's got these frame brackets right here and these cinch points here that lock it down onto the back of the frame. Then up here It's got these big dogs that slide into a bracket on the back of the truck, and where it pins in place here, all your normal air and hydraulic lines separate. It has 4 hydraulic lines instead of 2. And over here on the back of the truck, this is the bracket those big pieces slide into. Here's where that pin goes. And there's all your hydraulic lines that run up in here. And yes, I gotta figure this out. I just wanted to make sure no hydraulic oil was leaving the system. And then we gotta go make sure the axles work. It is so filthy, and it's gotta be show ready soon here. All right, you can see back there, the axles are rolling forward. The deck tilts, axles go back, deck tilts down. All right, put those axles all the way back, and the system works. This is actually the first time I've run this hydraulic system the way it's meant to be run. 2 years later. Let me shut this off. Okay, I shut the truck off so I can explain this hydraulic system a little better. As I said, on the Zacklift, there are 4 lines going into the front. That's 2 pressures and 2 returns. This truck has 2 separate hydraulic pumps on it. They both feed out of the same tank, but then it splits. 2 different hydraulic pumps. This is a pressure line, that's a pressure line. They go into that Zacklift unit separately, go through the whole system separately. They have separate valve bodies and come out separately in 2 different returns. So this is an isolated system and that's an isolated system. All right, back to the Zacklift. Like I said, pressure, return, 2 completely separate hydraulic systems that run 2 completely separate hydraulic valve bodies. See different pressure gauges, everything. And that is so that those winches are run on separate systems. One runs your underlift and boom functions as well as the blue winch. The other runs your spade, outriggers, as well as the yellow winch. That way when you're doing a recovery and you're using your winches and you're pulling with one and doing stuff with the other back and forth, the winches don't affect each other. If you're pulling full bore with one, you start pulling with the other, the first one stays. Either way, they're separate. They have no effect on each other. Both winches can run at full power all the time, even together. But obviously a trailer like this needs just one hydraulic system. And that Zacklift is designed to run at 12 gallons a minute. Those are 12 gallon a minute valve bodies in it. And the reason for that is that most hydraulic trailers, like a sliding axle, beaver tail, belt trailer, anything like that, most hydraulic trailers are in the 20 to 25 gallon a minute range is what they want for flow rate. So 12 gallon a minute times 2 up there, meaning the 2 separate pumps in this truck combined are putting out 24 gallons a minute. So you have to do, they said combined, is combine them. So back here, Tim with High Mountain Diesel, he built this setup right here. And you see there's a pressure over there, pressure over here, return over there. The 2 returns tie back into each other over there, go through one single hydraulic oil cooler and come back to one tank here. But this right here is a diverter valve that when closed, or in its one way, closed, keeps the 2 systems completely isolated from each other. When you flip it the other way, it takes the passenger side pump and combines its flow over here into the driver's side pump, making this pressure line here put out 24 gallons a minute instead of 12. And that one over there goes dead. Now I just put this loop on here. The return line up there, when I first put pressure to this, the little lock in there didn't seal all the way. I don't know if it's got some gunk in it or what, but it was kind of leaking out a little bit as the pressure was coming back from this because they're tied together. So I just put this line on here that I have to loop them. That's because I don't feel like screwing with that coupler right now. But 24 gallons a minute here, completely dead over there. Comes back as 24 gallons a minute to go run the trailer. Pretty handy system. I think I'm gonna take some pictures of this thing and list it on Marketplace. I mean, I really like that truck. A high hood 4900 heavy haul I've wanted for a very long time, but now that I don't have the big trailers, I don't need that heavy of a spec of truck. This truck will pull this trailer, so will a pre-emissions truck that doesn't have all of that mess on it too, so you never know. Well, as you can see, things have changed a little bit. There's a big ass jet going by. Either way, I was really hoping the next thing I was going to do is say, all right, we're going to haul a dozer, you know, because that's like what we're supposed to be doing. But instead, this piece of shit went, well, switching trays and hooking up and running this, went into full 5-mile-an-hour D-rate in the freaking yard. Did another regen on it, and it came out of D-rate, but that means in the 3-hour drive from the auction here, it needed a whole nother regen. Something is wrong with it. And the haul we got to do tomorrow is 4 hours each way, so it sure as shit ain't doing that. So I unhooked it from the sliding axle that I had just hooked it up to, unhooked this truck from the folding neck that I had just hooked it up to, hooked this truck back to the sliding axle that I had just unhooked it from, then loaded this one on the sliding axle, and the plan now is to haul this one to McCauley's Truck Center with this one. From here to there, that exhaust isn't going to hurt anything. I highly doubt it's going to do a rolling regen between here and there. It's not going to be hot. It's going to be cold in the morning. I don't think we're going to like cook the paint off the thing or do something stupid. So should be fine for that. When we get there, we're going to unload piece of shit number 1 and then pull piece of shit number 2 in the shop, swap out those flex pipes on there with some new ones, and then get it out of the shop, put this one in the shop, and then depending on how the morning goes, what we have time to do, we might still go take this and the sliding axle and go haul that dozer. But for all that to work out the way it needed to, I kind of needed to leave early first thing in the morning to do this whole full trip tomorrow and still be back in time in the evening for other stuff we got going on. So that all might be out the window. And if it is, the way the rest of my week is booked, I don't have a single point the rest of the day. Today's Sunday. As Monday, I don't have another day this coming week that I can do that full long big 1-day trip. So these two being assholes might have just completely ruined that whole job for the whole week, which means someone else will end up having to do it. So I said earlier that I was frustrated with my trucks, and now that level of frustration has just gone even higher. If anybody wants to buy a couple of Western Stars, I'll make you a hell of a deal. I would make you a hell of a deal right now, because I'd fix them first, of course. You'd get like fixed trucks, but I'm ready to go back, get rid of them, go back, pre-emissions. If it's a pre-emissions truck, it sure shit ain't gonna be a Western Star, because I don't like the pre-emissions Western Stars, like as far as the cab interior stuff. There is a nice, really nice long wheelbase Peterbilt 379 extended hood 2007, last year of the pre-emissions trucks, and it's red with silver on it, or gray. Perfect fit. Would be a perfect fit. So if you want to buy a Western Star or two, get a hold of me. I'll fix them first, then I'll sell them to you, and then I'll go buy a Peterbilt. And then I'll be happy until it breaks down, and then I'll be pissed off at that one too, because that's how trucks work. Okay, it's late at night. I gotta get these things to the shop early in the morning, so I'm going to bed. We'll see you in the morning. See how this goes. Oh, that sun's about to get really bright as we swing this roundabout. Probably gonna glare your screen real bad. Oh no, just a little. Yeah, hauling both trucks to the shop, and just a quick recap of where we're at, because a whole lot has gone on between then and not the last time you saw me and now. Number one, yes, I was being very negative and frustrated last night. Welcome to trucking. It's the ultimate love-hate relationship. Last night was definitely not the love side of it. And the reason it was so frustrating is that the haul we were supposed to be doing today was for a brand new customer that I've been trying to get with for quite a while now. And their previous guy had bailed on them enough times, so they finally decided to give me a chance. And on the very first haul, I had to bail on them. I didn't totally bail and just say I'm not doing it. I said, I'm not going to be there at 7 in the morning like we discussed. It's going to be more like 9 o'clock, maybe 10 o'clock, depending on how long this takes to get fixed. Plus, it's like an hour drive to them from there. So I'll do it. It's just not going to be when we said. And I got no response. And then like an hour later, they just text me and said, forget about it. We found someone else. Which means they aren't coming back to use me again or try me out again. Like, that's done. And that sucks, because that customer was good for 3 to 4 heavy equipment moves with the low bed, either the sliding axle or the other one, like a week. So in business revenue, what do you think that's worth? 3 to 4 low bed moves a week over a year? That's a significant chunk of revenue that now we're not going to be able to get. So that really, really sucks. And the trucks frustrate me so bad when they fail me, because I put a lot of time and effort and money into making sure my trucks are in good shape, legal to run, and like taken care of. So when I do all that and then they fail me when I really need them, it frustrates me a lot. Like I said, love-hate relationship with trucking. On the good news though, we got our YouTube payment this morning, which will always cheer a guy up. We get paid once a month. It's actually Google who pays us. And we got that this morning, so that'll help turn your mood around a little bit. On the negative side of that, we also just shot a sponsorship contract down for the final time. We've been working with a brand agency on a sponsorship deal with a company, and this sponsorship deal is going to be far more lucrative than the YouTube videos, which, fun fact, YouTube videos are not where people make a bunch of money on YouTube. It's usually the small percentage of the income. Sponsorships are where people make good money on YouTube, and we hardly ever do those. So I was excited to like get one going and really start making some good money off of this. You're talking like 4 to 5 times what YouTube pays. It's significant. And the problem is, this brand agency is, when we talk to them and have a conversation, they say one thing, and then when it actually comes time to sign a contract, the contract they send us is vastly different than what we discussed in the terms. So keep saying, no, fix this. And they keep, oh yeah, sorry, we didn't mean that, totally. And then they send another contract and they'll switch something else in it, again, outside of our parameters that we agreed to. So this morning was like the final straw. It's just done deal and over with. So 2 big chunks of business revenue gone in the last 24 hours. On the bright side, I've got a meeting with another potential sponsor here in a couple hours. So hopefully that goes good. But until then, we're heading to the shop and get some trucks fixed so we can actually put the things back to work. All right, we're here. We got it untied. Run the axles forward and get it set down. Started, so that's a bonus. Look at this. I haven't even shut the truck off yet. The truck's still running. And Cody's already fixing the exhaust. That's some service right there. How about I help him out here? Is that better?
Better.
Freaking overachiever. Isn't this lifted cab handy?
It's so nice.
There's so much room under there.
It means I can fit under here. As long as there's not a massive air leak, then we'll be good.
No, that's the other truck, not this one. By the way, while it's here, it leaks air.
Okay.
Check this out. So we got the pipe off. I crawled in right here and was hitting on the inside while Cody pulled it out. And I just touched whichever airline with my elbow. That one. Now you hear it leaking? Like a lot. My elbow bumped the line. Now we have an air leak to fix too. Well, Cody got us all fixed up, and now we're out on the side of the highway. Not because the truck's broke down, because we're parked here. Got a call from Jesse Bounds, and one of his trucks is in a bit of trouble over here. Got screwed by GPS. So we got a set of big doubles loaded with hay that just pulled into a dead end, and we got to get it back out. And we're not backing that big set of doubles out across this highway and turning the corner. So we had to figure something else out. So on the GPS, there's a road right here. You can see used to be here, and now is blocked off and fenced and blocked, and it's not a road anymore. So this can't go down there, and all this turns into is just a driveway. See, it's a fence all the way through these trees here, a fence through there to a locked gate right there. So he is kind of screwed at the moment. The road the other way, you see it's all blocked off as well. So this is one of the new 589s, brand new truck. But over here we have this little turnout here. So my plan is to separate the two, pull that trailer up there, disconnect from it, bring the truck back under this trailer, then pull it forward and back it into here, and then pull it out there, and then go up the road to a turnout up ahead of my truck and drop it, then come back in, hook to this trailer, try to pull the same maneuver all the way around and back out to that turnout, and then put the whole set back together. So right now he's gonna back up to take the pressure off this kingpin. So hopefully I can pull it. Got the air lines disconnected. And the landing gear's down. Come back. More back. Back and push it. Got it. Okay, we had to fight it, but you see we got it apart. So now he's gonna drop that trailer and then come back here and hook to this one. I'm gonna go grab some chain so I can chain that dolly straight while he's doing that. Okay, he's unhooked, backing around. I'm chaining the dolly straight. He's gonna go hook to that trailer. Okay, dolly chained straight, so we don't have to mess with this thing. Just the main trailers. Pull forward. Come all the way into it. Come on. This truck's just wanting to spin. Pull forward. Keep going. Keep going. Go for it, let me smooth this out. Keep going. Okay, come into it with a little momentum. I'd rather it be rough than get stuck. Yeah, go ahead and hit it with the brand new truck. Sorry, Jesse. Come on, come on. Perfect. Got it. We kept wanting to break through gravel and spin out right there, so I'd much rather we hit it than get stuck 2 inches from where we need to be. Yeah, I'd rather hit a little hard than be stuck right here. I have to put that fitting back on though. The one I had to unscrew the fitting because the coupler wouldn't come apart.
Oh yeah.
To air up the trailer. I'll go grab it. No, we got it hooked up to the back trailer. We had to do some, don't lose that. We had to do some funky stuff with the airlines because the connections are different on the different trailers. Oh, like I said, this is a brand new truck that's only ever been hooked to the lead trailer. So there's a couple little fitting adjustments that need to be made to be able to swap around like this when needed. That's the fun of brand new trucks, is you got to spend a bunch of time remembering all those little small detail stuff that you've tuned in over years of using your old ones that you've forgotten about because you did it so long ago. All right. This would be so much easier with that super short truck over there, but can't really, that's a lot to get in here all at once, so we'll do it with this one. Actually, that truck with its 12,000 pound front axle probably has a, I know it has a sharper steering angle than the big front axle on that truck. Might even have a completely better turning radius. All right, pull forward and this way. I don't want to get too deep back there. Okay? Good. See that? I think you're going to be fine on these rocks right here, so when you get clear, go ahead and pull up to that turnout. Okay, I got to go up to that turnout with him, but I got to take the wrenches, so I don't know why I'm walking for the turnout, because I've got to pull the coupler back off the front of this so we can stick it back on the front of that trailer and have air on that one. Alright, I moved my truck up here closer. We got one trailer out. He's going to pull up there into that big turnout. Unhook. I got to rob the fitting back out of the front of that trailer. And we'll go back and get the other one. Okay, I just got to get this end of the fitting put back on the dolly. That over there that we just got done with is the back trailer. So I left the coupler on it. This end comes back into the dolly. And we'll go back into that trailer once we go hook them back up. Long-winded wrench. Okay. No, I don't have any Teflon tape because all that stuff is in the Zacklift body. It's at home right now. And actually, if I had the Zacklift, we wouldn't have to take any of this stuff apart because I have all the fittings we needed to hook this stuff up and put air where we needed in that. And since it's Jesse's truck, I would have probably just left them all on there so it's finally right and easy to just switch back and forth as needed when they need to swap trailers. Okay, done. Here he comes back for the second one. Now that we did one already, we know it'll work with this one too, other than like the whole dolly on the back thing. We'll figure that out. 2026 Peterbilt. It's its first harvest season. Perfect. Okay, there's this rock right here he's got to get right next to. So I stand on it so that he can see exactly where he needs to put the trailer. As you can see, go right around. And that's a Teflon plate. The fifth wheel on that dolly, since these trailers almost never get disconnected, it never gets greased. So they use a Teflon plate in there. And that's all obviously Teflon. And so it's super slippery, so you don't need grease in the fifth wheel and you're not wearing everything out. So we got to put that back in there when we reconnect the dolly. It's actually working out really good. This is just like pinning the booster straight on the 9-axle trailers. Let me go check his front end. Good. Okay, now follow it. Oh, right up in all these brand new wheels and tires. Sorry, Jesse. Shit, he nailed that one. We can leave that dolly chain so it's easy to back in over there. I'll grab that stuff and meet you over there. Grab my tools and our plate here. That dolly will stay. And just ride along back there, and then when we get to the other end, it makes it super easy to back in. All right, go. Ah, you had it. I'd have gone for that. Although you can't get mad at the driver for being extra cautious. That's a good thing. A truck sounds like it wouldn't give me emissions problems. Come on, little dolly. Nice. All right, now he's just got to pull in front of that other trailer, back into it, and then we start. Oh, I gotta put this in there, and then we start hooking everything back up. We got that wedged up in there. Hopefully it stays. Come on, come on, go, go, go! It didn't latch. Hit it! Shit. Hold on. Slam it! The other problem with these things never getting disconnected is that's all dry in there. All right, I'm gonna put this back up in there, and I need you to hit it like you're mad at it.
Straight.
Yep. Pretend like Jesse's not watching. Because you're not, right, Jesse? Get it. Nailed it. Perfect. See, Jesse? Everything is just fine. Okay, trailer's fully reconnected. Air and all. Lights is working. Good. And that there is the last of it. This thing is ready. Now it's ready to head back down the road. Ready to roll? You leave all this here. I'll just pull my truck up here and load instead of dragging everything back down the road down there.
All right then.
Yeah, you're good to go.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Yeah, you have a good one.
Thank you.
I was too lazy to drag all the chains back over there, so just pulled my truck up. He's got everything checked out. Headed back to Junction City. Actually, I don't know where he's taking that load, but wherever it is, that's where he's headed back off to. Well, we made it back home. What a freaking roller coaster of a day. Well, I guess it started last night, but between the trucks going bad, this morning getting our big monthly payment, to losing a sponsorship that was going to be even bigger, to Macaulay's getting this truck fixed, which is good, to the other one needs a lot of work, but then getting to go do a recovery, but not having the record to do the recovery, but still figuring out how to get it done with just a couple of crescent wrenches and some thinking. So either way, we're going to end it on a good note here. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.